How can we use the language effectively? The language is the manner and the tool that we use in order to communicate with each other. The language is something that can go far, far away from our understanding because it is a lot to understand and a lot to learn about. First, there are different types of communication, the verbal and the non-verbal. The verbal is the one that I'm mostly applying right now, that is talking to you. And I'm talking in a language that is called English. Then the non-verbal communication is when you communicate by using signs or your hands or gestures. For example, there's the sign language. In sign language, there are different positions in which you use your hands and they transform into letters. For example, this means A, B, C, H, and a lot more. The language is something that people should, of course, learn about because it is not only to communicate our feelings that just that should be something very, very important, but it also helps us to progress with help of each other. For example, sometimes I don't know what to do with some things because I don't know how to do that. But I just start to communicate with my friends, my family, or everyone that can listen to me and that will help me, and I will communicate my feelings, well, not my feelings, my thoughts about the topic, and they are supposed to help me. The language can break a lot of barriers because it is something that is not only allowed for certain type of people. Anyone can use the language. Something that you can also say are metaphors. Metaphors are used so you can maintain like a relationship with your listener and like break the ice and start to make him or to be yourself comfortable while you're talking. I think this is very important to know. Then you need to know that you need to use the language in appropriate manners. How is that? First, it should be appropriate for the listeners because you can't tell things using words or inappropriate jokes that are not going to work with your audience, and most of them are going to start to hate what you're saying. Then the things need to be appropriate for the speaker. Well, what I'm trying to refer to this is that you need to talk about something you know because you're not going to talk about lies or things that are not part of your normal way. And then it needs to fit your speaking pattern. For example, I know that I'm someone that cannot talk about serious things, but that's the way of who am I. And I think my kind of talking, my special type of how I communicate it's all about jokes and things that are very dumb but may cause a fun reaction to someone else, and that's why I like how I talk. Then you need to know that you need to say things that are appropriate for the context. And I've seen this happen many times in numerous way situations, and I am referring to when you start to make jokes about anything while you're on a funeral. That's not appropriate for the context because people will get mad at you, they won't pay attention to you, and you won't be even funny. And why would you say a joke in a funeral? Then you need to have appropriate things for the topic. This refers to say things that make sense. For example, if I'm talking about fruits, I'm not going to start talking about animals. That's something that makes no sense to me. Then, in the language, you can start to use different things, such as the major. That is like describing things in order to make people like start to think about it and imagine. I think this is very important to maintain a conversation and use the language effectively. Thank you.